been working for us for years. He has an artistic license. As long as there's nothing that's pornographic or anything like that, we allow him to just wield a free hand. And I think he's captured really what is the current and future vision for what the revitalization of downtown New Rochelle can and will be. I think it's a window display. We hope it's not there forever, guys. This isn't some sort of permanency here. Let's keep in mind, this is a temporary sign until we get the stores leased. I don't intend on having this here for more than a few months.
Again, I commend the civic mindedness of the images that were chosen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that is your goal?
To lease up
Is
this
to
space.
lease up the stores?
Oh, absolutely.
Regardless of whether the future plans involve.
Well, the future plan, keep in mind, even under the best of circumstances, it's going to be a year, 6 months to a year before we can actually break ground on a project. So, you know, even if we had some temporary tenancies there, we would agree with the property owner to do that and potentially split the rents. I mean, we can work a business deal with them. We're going to get there. And so our intentions are to cut through all the legal mumbo jumbo. Our intentions are to comply with the MOU requirements as it relates not only to the window display ordinance, but also to some of the other violations that have been cited. And two, to sit down, try and sit down with the property owners there, Mr. Fonte and Mr. Longville, and come up with some sort of interim plan to activate that street. Because to me, you can do more good, not with signage, but with having real people frequent real stores. So that's our goal. We want to get that street activated. We don't want to have that sense of deprivation or vacancy there. We understand the impact it has. Who's impacted more than we are? We have Trump Plaza around the block. We have the hotel that we own 100%. We have the lofts right across the street. So I have a lot of product yet to sell in this downtown.
Well,
Any blight hurts me, probably I would venture to say as much, if not more than anyone.
This block has been very, well, you know, been very disappointing
Yeah.
that this has taken so long. And I think I speak for all of us when I say, I'm glad you're before us and I'm glad we're doing this, but I think, as Jeff said, it was over a year ago that we looked at this proposal. I know there are some extenuating circumstances, and I'm sorry that this moves so slowly. I feel especially sorry for merchants on this street who have seen their businesses go down the tubes because of how this property looks. And so that's been a disappointment, I think, to everybody. I'm glad to see this. I'm hoping that we get this done quickly now. And I would like, I'd like to be able to say, since we don't have final graphics here, would you be willing to say, if there are one or two panels that for whatever reason we find objectionable for some reason, that you would be willing to?
Certainly.
I'm not talking about the entire project.
Certainly. Sure.
I think that's, yeah, we can just, I think that'll give Don a little more, right?
Well,
I mean, not seeing the final thing, we don't usually.
we don't have any options to discuss right now. You haven't brought us alternative images, have you?
Well,
So we have nothing we can talk about. We can all say, gee, New Rochelle High School, or the Sound, or, you know, something of old New Rochelle, but we're in no position to offer that right now. I don't want that to linger. How long, when did you want to generate these and put them up? Immediately, as fast as possible. Right, so our, you know, we don't really have time right now, unless they go up and after a period of time, we have an option to change one or two.
Well, Don, I can condition the resolution.
You know, because this is
Say that
rushing
if
and
you're
we
not
have no
happy with the
alternatives.
panels.
Yeah. I mean, and it won't just be us, it will be, we represent New Rochelle, but we know a lot of people in New Rochelle. And they talk to us all the time, so if honestly they want to see something else, then we'll just approach it. But I believe we're in principle accepting the whole thing as it stands. We may just, you know, perhaps, well, whatever, I won't say.
no, I think there's reason. Keep in mind, this is not the first time we've seen this.
Right.
You've seen this a year ago, and I believe there was an understanding that it was an acceptable design at that time. So this isn't something that was just thrusted. So, but having said that, I don't like to work in such a tight window. I couldn't agree with you more. We'd be more than happy to have as you suggested, a resolution that, you know, conditioned upon. Listen, I want to do something here. The alternative is we go home, we don't do anything, we just leave it. I mean, we don't have, there isn't development clamoring anywhere in the Northeast or in the United States right now. So I don't think that, we're holding up a major development today. So would I prefer having something there that's attractive as opposed to nothing? Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think you would too. So let's work together, let me get this thing going. Be happy to revisit a panel or two. Jeff's around, he can come in and refabricate if need be.
Well, yeah, or you can just email us different alternatives, that's an easy way to do it, and we can just see some things, I'm sure you have, if you don't have it, it's
Well,
not hard to
get
find images
started.
of Nourishell.
Right.
Because I think
Get
we're,
started.
yeah, we perhaps would like to see a couple that, are about the city, rather than just the, because these are new facilities, but they're in the city, and they're incorporated.
Don, I believe what they're generating here, from what I see, is that they're generating the progress in New Rochelle and not looking back on the old.
Right,
These are all
okay.
things that are new and coming in New Rochelle, they seem to be focusing
Well,
on
these
that.
things exist in Nourishell.
Yeah, well, my main
New and
concern
current.
is more about the maintenance of this, and it's gonna be up to 6 months or a year. And if within a month or 2 months it begins to look shoddy, rather than what photographs are, I'm worried about a
Well,
year from now
that's
or
another
two, if
aspect
the economy
of it, of
stays
course.
bad,
Yeah.
how are these
If
graphics gonna
it's
look?
mounted on the
Yeah.
exterior
Yeah.
versus the interior, that's also.
That's a big
By the way, I
concern.
want to say, the images that are in the Trump Plaza building itself, in those windows, they've held up very well. So I don't know what exactly,
Interior or exterior?
I'm not sure how you did it,
Their interior.
but
Yeah, that's why,
I
have
would
you considered the
yeah, I would-
interior, because it seems
I
to
think they should
me
use the same
that it's
material
the
and the
most
same
practical
quality.
way to go.
We will consider that. We haven't definitively decided. We're going to have our crews go out with Jeff and make that decision, but I agree with you. I think that would be my concern as well. How well will these wear over time with the sun, with the exposure that you have? There's a significant amount of sun exposure, particularly in the summer. So
These are in a major strike zone too, these are on North Avenue.
Right.
There's traffic there, and you want even more traffic. So, there are a lot of opportunities for vandalism if they're on the exterior.
we will maintain them. Well, part of our
Yeah.
requirement will be to maintain them, and as necessary, we'll change out the sections and maintain them. It's very simple.
like the images in the Trump Plaza building look great, and they've been up for a long
All
time.
the time. Almost
If you
9
use the
months.
same material and the same method, that's
Then
fine with
that
us.
should hold.
I think we should be okay. I agree.
I don't know if that material that he's talking about is easily accessible to the general public, as opposed to these if they were on the outside. If someone's gonna police them and make sure they maintain them, I have no problem whatsoever.
But could we stipulate they put up in the same material, same method as the ones that we've already seen on?
Did you put those up?
I'm good. No, we did not. But I'm going to defer to Jeff and his good judgment in doing this, excuse me, because I've got confidence in Jeff and the material selection that he'll make, and that it'll stand up to the scrutiny and the elements. But more importantly, if we need to make changes and if it works on the interior better, then let's make that the preferred method of installation, because I think that'll allow them to stand the test of time.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
so we can do that. Well, I
So-
agree.
So we have a concern about, the durability of the
Absolutely.
images and the content of the images, that we stay away from, hard commercial advertising content.
Absolutely. We'll do.
I mean, there's nothing in the ordinance that says that, but I think that's important.
All right, well, then I think I would make a motion that we accept this, given those conditions. Anybody, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we get to move this along, Judge, so, let's.
Thank you. I'd much rather be here discussing the pedestrian bridge art, the artist work, and the things that
Well,
are,
that was nice.
that was
Well,
nice.
it came out great.
It's nice.
That was fun. I mean, these are things that you and I, all of us would have fun doing.
Very, very good.
Emailing.
Sam Pierce.